Tony was just there to deliver a package, but he accidentally triggered the company's top-level security system. With his delivery deadline approaching, and penalties looming, he had no choice but to push forward. One wrong move in the maze of lasers, and he could have lost his life on the spot. Fortunately, he made it through unharmed, but the moment he opened the meeting room door, the entire room froze. The vice president stood in shock. He had ordered the entire mansion locked down. Not even a fly could get in. He never imagined a random delivery guy would stroll in unhindered. But Tony ignored the vice president completely, walked past all the executives, and went straight to the female CEO, just to ask her to sign for the package. If he got fined for a late delivery, he wouldn't have money for his daughter's birthday gift. But the company was facing a major crisis, and the CEO had no time for trivial matters. She coldly told him to wait outside, to get her to sign quickly. Tony promised that once she signed, he could solve the company's crisis. Everyone in the room looked at him like he was crazy. The CEO wasn't just dealing with project losses. She couldn't even secure an invite to a top global consortium's banquet. But after hearing the full situation, Tony casually said, for him it was nothing more than a few words. Everyone laughed mockingly, thinking he was delusional. The CEO had no other options, so she gave him 10 seconds to convince her. Tony quickly analyzed the situation, pointing out that the company's investment was a trap. He advised her to pull the funds immediately, and reinvest in a new project. If she secured support from the top consortium, the project would not only save the company, but generate unprecedented profits. After a moment of thought, the CEO decided to take the risk. The vice president was thrilled, thinking the CEO had fallen for Tony's nonsense. He even joked, once he became chairman, he'd hire Tony as his security guard for $6,000 a month. The CEO then signed the delivery. Tony barely avoided the penalty when he suddenly got a call from a coworker at the construction site. He rushed over, only to find all his fellow workers kneeling on the ground. Before he could ask what happened, he saw his wife step out of a rich man's luxury car. He angrily confronted her. His wife didn't bother hiding.